Hello, welcome in. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rip the Lips Over the Cushion. I'm Ron Thoman, my co-host Kyle Hervey, and you're watching Over the Cushion, powered by MCM Contracting, serving the Lehigh Valley for 33 years, owned and operated by Mark Daniels. This show is all about dirt track racing, covering news, current events, and talking to drivers every single week, so appreciate everyone stopping in and watching the show. Huge thanks to our other sponsors, Bodie Marks Racing, The Shop Automotive Detailing, or theshopdetails.com, Smith Fabrication, Stage 1 Modifieds, DH Graphics, ProTech Roofing, Nate Free Racing. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the show or be on the show, definitely reach out via Facebook Messenger or email me at riptheliptv@gmail.com. We'll talk more about that. And, we're live every single Sunday, 8 p.m., talking to different drivers. So if you want to tune in live, ask questions, that's amazing. If not, you can catch these on our channel throughout the week whenever you want to listen to them. So appreciate everybody for hanging out. And, let me get Kyle in here. We'll see what's going on. Kyle, you got me?
I got you, Ron. How are you?
What's going on, Sleepyhead? How we doing?
Coming back from a nap. We're doing good now. Going out and celebrating Timmy Buckalter's win last night with a little Chicky and Pete's. And
yes, nice.
Stayed out late. A lot of other racers there.
Very good, man. Living your best life.
Yeah, man. That was fun. That was an awesome race. Really excited to see that.
Super cool. And that's right down the road from your house, so it's like once he wins, you just take an Uber or something, get down there pretty quick probably.
I've never lived that close to a racetrack before, and the nice 18-minute drive home was very relaxing.
Leisurely. And, I'd say leisurely.
I could get used to that. Let's push all the racetracks a little bit closer to my house.
Yeah, I got to drive a whole 2 minutes to Hamlin, so I could run home, get my stuff, and come back. No time at all, man. It takes me about 5 minutes. It's pretty, but it's so far away from everybody else, so it kind of stinks. But
yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it really is. So I live out in the sticks, so still a little congested from being sick, but we're gonna trudge through. We're gonna make it the best we can here. Racing news. Trenton was a success. Lots of good racing. Lots of alphabet soup stuff. No, the guy that won it last year, or when the last time they did it, he went through the whole every single race basically and won it back to back or something. I don't remember.
No, the people this was the fourth one. So Kyle Spence won one, I believe. Mm-hmm. John Keller won one, and then the first one, Whitey Kid won. John Keller took a provisional last night, but when he won, he went through the entire alphabet. He got his car tore up one of the previous nights, and then, ran the entire alphabet soup to come from the back of the main and win, which is pretty cool. But he was he went a lap down early on last night and pulled off, which is a respectable thing to do.
Yeah, if you're lap down, just save your stuff. You want to race, you want to be in the mix and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of racing over the last 3 to 4 days, so it's like, you made the show. No sense making it cost another 5-10 grand. Parts.
Yeah, his car wasn't running right. They had to push start it. He barely got that thing fired up. It's hard to get the micros fired sometimes when it's cold, but I don't know. There's some people at the back of even the A main who were little off.
Sluggish.
It's a little tough track to get around.
Track. It looked hard.
I can only imagine what's going through Timmy's head as he's coming up on lap traffic, and people are. I talked to him after the race for a while, and I'm like, man, did you see the people getting sideways and out of control on the straightaway? They were spinning tires so hard. He's like, yeah, it was wild because Timmy just ran around the inside wall, and he was like just coasting into the corner. And I asked him, I'm like, were you even getting half throttle? And he said, nope. They just kind of roll onto the throttle. He said if I felt it stick a little bit, I'd stab the throttle to maybe a little over half, just to lunge in there real quick. But other than that, it was barely just touching the throttle. And I'm like, that's what it looked like, man. And, you see these lap cars in front of him that he's trying to get around, and they're sideways on the straightaway because they're spinning tires so hard with how hard and packed that track got.
Yeah.
And the people running around the top are up on the bike almost flipping over. There were holes starting to form up, and when you're going that slow through the corner and you wheel hop it, you stall the car a lot of the time. And he at one point backed it way down, and that's when Adriana got a good run up on him, but she was pinned right to his rear bumper and couldn't get off of the bottom to try and make a move through the middle or the top. But she came from 19th and
Yeah.
finished third and had a really impressive run. She put that car all over the track and it stuck. It was pretty sick to watch. It was a
Yeah.
really good run.
Considering
First
she
all,
flipped it like the first night, she
yeah,
tumbled it
yeah.
over.
First female qualifier for that race, so that's really cool, and she got a lot of cheers from the crowd.
I bet.
Every time
Friend
they
of the
talked
show. We
about
had her on the show a couple weeks ago, so that's like super cool. Seeing people we've talked to like, be successful and do stuff no one else has done.
Yeah.
Congrats to Billy Pouch Jr., another friend of the show, getting second. Ended up getting around Adriana there toward the end. Just I feel like that late restart, that was more of a veteran style move to get into position to get second. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he has a lot more like seat time, and not nothing against Adriana. It's just, it seemed like more of a veteran move to make that happen when his car maybe wasn't as fast as hers. In my opinion, just watching the replay, I didn't watch the actual full race.
Yeah, I don't remember how the top 5 totally shook out, but
she was hanging on the outside with him for the last few laps, man. I thought she was gonna pull up, like sneak it by.
But Pouch is in one of the Hummer cars, which they're fast all the time, and they have great drivers. And they spent most of the entire race in the top 5 once their guys made their way up there. Obviously, Billy was one of them. Alex Bright's the other. They both started in the top 5, and then Kyle Spence came from deeper in the field in the third Hummer car, and they were running in the top 5. At one point they were third, fourth, and fifth, which that's got to be a pretty good feeling. I saw Bob Hummer posted on Facebook. If there's one person that we're going to lose to, I hope it's Adriana, which I thought was pretty cool. So a lot of people pulling for her. I think she made a lot of fans, and definitely was a good vibe in there. Everybody cheering for her. It was really cool to watch.
Yep, Morgan Rochelle was there. And her dad was running the other car. I think it was Gary. I can't remember his last name. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I don't butcher it. But he actually threw our logo, the Rip the Lip logo, on the side.
Yeah, I saw that on both of their cars. It was
so big. He sent me a picture of it after he did it, and I was like, why is it so big, bro? Like, I'm like, thank you. I thought it was going to be the size of like, a phone or something. You know what I mean? Like, off the side, maybe on the bottom.
Yeah.
He's just like
just down the
plastering
side of the visor.
it. Even Bear from Dirt, what is it? The Lowdown Entertainment. He sent me a picture of it too, because he got his little logo to the left of ours. I was just like, holy cow, man. Like, I appreciate it. Anybody wants to put the logo on the car, feel free. I'll send you the logo. But now this year we'll have those Checkers or Wreckers stickers for what we're doing at Hamlin, so hopefully that goes well. Maybe giving away all my money. It's gonna be super fun. I can't wait.
What else we got going on racing wise? Was
NASCAR?
Lincoln?
NASCAR?
Was Lincoln today?
Lincoln? I thought it was.
Icebreaker
Did
today?
they do it?
I thought so. I saw some pictures out there. I didn't see any results or anything. I don't even know where to keep tabs
Why
on
is it
it.
so hard to get results?
No, I don't know.
But congrats to Kyle Busch for winning his second race in an RCR car. Let's go.
Yeah, that was definitely cool. I listened to it while I was asleep.
You're like, and we did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We got him.
Yep.
Icebreaker finishers. Justin Peck, big surprise. He won.
Yep.
Brett Marks, Devin Borden, Danny Dietrich, Anthony Macri, Dylan Norris, Brian Raymer, Freddie Raymer, Justin Whitehall, Troy Wagaman, and that's the top 10.
Usual suspects.
See anybody? Michael Millard was there, but he didn't start. He's a pretty decent following on Facebook. Does a lot of streaming and stuff. That was pretty cool. I don't really see too many other bigger names, but yeah, that's a good top 10, I think. Justin Peck is very good at racing sprint cars. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Other than that, I think in a couple weeks we got the World Championship for Slingers coming.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be fun. And you said you're going?
Yep.
Doing it?
Yep.
Is Faith running your car? Or are you gonna do it?
Nope. No, I'm just running.
The champion has returned. Is it,
If she wants, I'll set her car up.
exactly. Okay, so we'll bring in our guest here.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Just have to. I have it written down. I just gotta find it quick because he actually has quite a bit of stuff that he won in smaller cars. Because he's only in juniors. Actually, I don't know how old he is. He's probably extremely young. I wrote it down too. Anyway, he finished second in the world in junior worlds points last year. He's the Hamlin Speedway Rising Star champion. What else has he done? He's pretty much the Snydersville Junior champion. Done some different karting things and won some races and championships in that. So let's bring in our good friend Griffin Hendershot. Can you hear me, Griffin?
Yep.
What's going on, buddy?
Nothing.
So, how is the off season going, my friend? How's is it considering a vacation? You know, you're not racing constantly or thinking about racing.
Not really. I'm missing it a lot.
Me too. I heard you just got back from a really cool ski trip. How'd that go?
It was alright. We did 3 days, 2 days skiing, and then we did shopping the 1 day.
What is it? Chopping?
Shopping.
Oh, shopping. I was like, are you like? I thought you were out there with those like snowshoes, like just trudging around. My bad. Shopping, sweet man. That sounds like fun. I mean, at this point in my life, I hate the cold, but you know, back in high school, I was like, yeah, let's go snowboarding till our toes fall off, you know. But yeah. So let's start from the beginning. I mean, I've heard that you've done the junior champ karts and started off in the karting and stuff. Did you start off in karts or did you start off in like quarter midgets like a majority of the people you talk to?
I started out in flat karts when I was 8, and then that year, or the year after, I got a champ kart, and I won both of the championships in that, and then we decided to get a slingshot.
Why'd you decide to get a slingshot? What was the idea behind that?
Because I always wanted a slingshot once I started driving, but my mom wouldn't let me get a slingshot because it was a little bit bigger than the flat karts.
I would say it might be a little bit bigger, but it's also probably safer. Was there a roll cage on the flat karts? I don't know anything about karts, so.
Not on the flat karts, no.
Oh my gosh.
On the champ kart it was.
You should put it right in the junior slingshot. Roll cage. I would have taken a roll cage over not non-roll cage. Those things are crazy, man. Some of those karts. I think I saw somebody had like a GoPro. They were running at Daytona. Those open karts, they're just sitting in those little bucket seats.
Yeah, it was like the twin motor thing.
Yeah,
doing like 160 around
oh
the
my
tri-oval.
god, I was like throwing up in my mouth. These dudes was
gonna lie.
flying.
I saw that video like a week ago, and I immediately went to Google and was trying to figure out what that is, where I get one, and how I can rent a car to run that.
Dude, you can just see his feet, and he's just so casually just cruising around Daytona. I'm like, no thanks, man. Give me a roll cage. And you're like, let's get one. I mean, if you get one, I'll come with you.
Listen, the speed isn't scary. Suddenly stopping is.
Okay. So, Griffin, you've been in the junior slingshots for a little while. What's coming into 2023? How many seasons have you run in the juniors?
3 years.
All right. So this is going to be your third or fourth?
Third.
This is your third. Okay. Wait, how old are you?
15. So
Oh
I had to
my
move to
gosh.
All Stars.
You have to move to All Stars? Oh yeah, you do. I forgot. That stinks. Junior's great.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the same car, so at least you don't have to change something drastically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you? You have to go to All Stars, and you're going to the World Championship. Are you gonna try to make a run at a World's title?
Uh, we're gonna try.
You're gonna try. Good, good.
Yeah.
Because you usually run on these big stages. You usually run really well. At least, like speed weeks, you ran super well. Anytime the pressure was on at Hamlin for those Rising Star races, you ran really well. So I'm excited to see kind of where you go with this. But again, it's a lot. I don't know how much different it's gonna feel. I know, like Garrett Shalat, he kind of excelled more in the slingshot or in the All Star more than the junior. But you've already done so well in the junior. Have you done any testing in the All Star yet?
No, not yet.
No.
I wanted to, but
What do you think? What do you think the biggest difference is going to be in moving up to a little bit faster of a car? Because it's not that much faster, right?
I think some of the power is gonna be a little bit different. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. This is more. I guess this is more of a Kyle question because I don't know. But like
Yeah.
Kyle, do you feel like you have to kind of drive your foot at all when you're in an All Star, depending on the track, or is it kind of just lift, flat foot, lift, flat foot?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on track conditions. Obviously, it's some place like Hamlin where it gets a little bit drier and slicks off. The All-Star is going to be more prone than the junior to spin the tires, so it's going to be a little bit more up to the driver to control it. And I don't think the speed difference isn't going to be huge. At some bigger tracks, it will be. But I mean, there's times at some place like Shellhammers where the juniors actually run faster than the All Stars because the All Stars spend more time off throttle than the juniors do. But at the bigger tracks is where you're going to see the more power difference. And then, I mean, honestly, the biggest difference isn't going to be with the car. It's going to be with really stepping up your program to compete with some of the guys who've been doing this for a really long time. Because now you're opening it up to a really, really big talent pool and age group of people you're going to be racing with.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta take down Brett Beaver this year, man. So you got a tall task in front of you for sure.
I still haven't figured out how to do it.
Hey, at least you figured out the roll.
Yeah.
Are you running the roll, Griffin?
Yeah,
Ooh, maybe Kyle can give you some pointers.
maybe.
No, maybe. Wait, you guys will at least battle against each other. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So, what tracks are you going to be running regular this year? Are you going to be coming Hamlin again, or are you switching it up?
No, we're going to Hamlin, Kutztown, and just the World Championship Series,
Mhm.
the speed weeks, and that's gonna be it mostly.
That's going to be it. I'm hoping I can make the Speed Weeks thing again for sure. I forget, Kyle, or Griffin or Kyle, does the Speed Weeks count toward World Championships or no?
No.
Why not? That wouldn't that make more people show up?
I'm trying to think actually.
Because like you have your,
I don't think they count it as they might.
Because they have the
they
track
either take-
championship, right?
Yeah, it's either track or tour championship points, and then it's super national weekends, and then it's the world championship points. I don't know if they count Speed Week as its own championship, because the year that I won Speed Week, I also won the Northeast Tour.
Yeah.
So they just counted me for the Northeast Tour. I'm gonna say they don't count Speed Weeks as a separate points championship.
I feel like they should do that. I feel like that would be a great idea.
I feel like they should make this point system less complicated than it is, and just go back to regular
Come
tour
on,
points
man.
racing. No, I don't like this.
There's
I don't
only
like
one
this
way to
new
do point
format.
systems in any small cars, and that's extremely convoluted.
Yeah, you don't know what you have to do to win the championship. All you got to do is go out there and try to win every race, because it's way too confusing to try and figure out.
Yeah, pretty much everyone I talked to was like, I don't know where I'm at, but I think I'm doing okay. Like some people had it wrapped up. I think Dylan and Brett might have had it wrapped up before they even showed up
Yeah.
because of how well they did at the first one. So Griffin, you got to step up your game this year, man. If you can win a bunch, say you win like 3 of the 4 races, or I don't know how many races we're doing. I didn't even look, but you can win like 3 out of the 4. We'll say there's 4. Then you don't even have to do anything until like the end of the year. Technically, I mean, yeah, you'd need a track championship or super nationals or something along the line. I wonder if they stack. Like if you're a track champion and you win a super nationals weekend, does that like add more points?
Yes, it's different things.
Oh my god, why? They should be like
Because the 2 world tour or world championship weekends
are separate.
are their own points thing, and those are to bring people from other regions into this area.
Yeah, but they
Then
only
every
take
region-
your best finishes though. So like if you have all wins the first time and you have no wins on the second one,
Oh,
the
they
second
only
one don't-
count 1.
yeah, the second one doesn't matter. So why is there 2?
Yeah.
To get more
Roval.
people?
Um,
The Roval. Yeah.
I guess so. You're not locked into just running 1 or something like that. I mean, you can go that you have 2 chances to go get a best finish. So if you're Brett Bieber and you go win every single one, like you don't need to go to the next one. Honestly, if you show up and you run
True.
32nd, if you run 32nd all weekend, then you're like, okay, I got to go to the one
There
at
you
the end
go.
of the year and like get my shit together.
Okay.
But
Well, Griffin, yeah.
yeah, I mean,
we got a good plan set up. Just win all the first ones, and then you don't even have to make the trip to the second one.
We're gonna try.
yeah, right.
Oh
Have
man.
you raced Bridgeport before?
What do you say?
Have you raced Bridgeport before?
Yeah, in the juniors.
Gotcha.
Is that Spirit
did.
Speedway? Is that little
Yeah.
oval?
Spirit Auto Center.
Oh, Spirit
Yeah.
Auto Center. Why isn't it just Bridgeport?
That's a great question.
So they just wanted to make it different.
Makes it really hard for people to figure out what they're doing and where their schedules are because they're not posted under the Bridgeport Raceway.
All right, makes sense. It makes
it
almost as
doesn't add
much
up to
sense in
me.
the point system for the All Stars, for the slingshots.
Yeah.
Oh my
Couldn't tell you,
gosh,
Ron.
I know. It's one of those things, you know. Griffin, what do you think about the whole point system and stuff? Is it make sense to you? Maybe we're just a bunch of old fools, and we just think adding numbers together is confusing.
I don't know. I just go out there and race the race and try to do my best.
I like that. It's a perfect answer. Get out there and
you go.
race your butt off. What's your favorite track to run? I know you said you've been running the juniors for a couple years, so I'm sure you've been to many tracks. And I guess there's only really a handful of them, but
Yeah, I would say Bridgeport and Hamlin.
which one's the most challenging? There we go. That's better. That's a better question. Not what's your favorite. What's the most challenging track?
Probably Action Track.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say why, but I feel like it's bumpy.
Yeah. What do you think the challenges are racing Acting Track?
It's just a lot of bumps and it wears you out a lot. But I did there pretty good in the juniors, but I don't know how it's gonna be in the All Stars.
Yeah.
Do you have to lift it all, Kyle, on that track?
Yeah. I
Do you?
lift everywhere.
Well,
lift everywhere.
when I talked to Brett Bieber, he said he didn't lift
Nah,
at the
I
Speed
lift.
Weeks win. Well, maybe that was just in 3 and 4. Me and my dad were talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, I just put it on the floor, man."
Yeah, you can run wide open at a lot of tracks. I mean, there's sometimes I've run wide open indoor, but doesn't mean it's faster to run wide open.
True.
You gotta feel it. Sometimes you're gonna be pretty much wide open, but I almost always just crack the throttle a little bit on corner entry just to keep the motor and the power band longer.
Okay. Now you said Action Track wears you out a bit. Now is that really the only track that you get kind of winded? I guess toward the end of like a 20-lap race. I know that now that you're in the All Stars, you get to run. I don't think we're doing 100-lapper this year. Maybe we're doing 50-lappers.
No, 50.
Do you do anything like any kind of exercise or any kind of weightlifting or anything to kind of work on your stamina so that you're not worn out even on a super bumpy track?
In the winter time I race at S&S to try to help me out.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't do nothing else really.
Well, I think it's definitely something that I feel needs to be done, and it's something that a lot of young drivers like yourself and other ones in these smaller cars that really they're not like too physically intensive, but uh, it'd probably be good to get in like I guess a rhythm to do light weights or something like that. Because I know talking to a fellow driver, or I guess Danny Buckafuska, he said that doing small things to like breathing exercises and different things like that to kind of keep your heart rate down, or work on that stamina, has improved his driving like a lot. Because just having that little bit of extra that someone else might not have seems like it might be like a game changer. I don't know, because I feel like asking like a younger kid if they weightlift or if they do conditioning training, I guess that's not really the norm. I don't know. Kyle, do you do any besides drinking beer? Do you do anything to help your racing?
Yeah, yeah. I've done a bunch of different things. For I don't know when I would have started, um, but I've always been of the mindset that people work on their car, they're buying new shocks, they're buying more tires, and then they forget to work on the driver. That's one of the biggest things that you can improve. Actually, since I ran Turkey Derby in November, I didn't like the weight that the TQ was at, but I didn't want to take lead off of the car and lose my left side percentage. So I've actually cut like 8 pounds in the off season, so that when I go back to TQ race and the car is a little bit more balanced. And that'll also help me out in the slingshot because I can put lead back in the car. Um,
Oh,
so
getting
the
ripped.
the lighter the driver is, the lower you can get the center of gravity in the car, and the more you can move ballast around to get it where you need. On top of that, having a strong neck and having a strong jaw keep you from getting worn out when you're bouncing around on the track. So I have like resistance bands that I'll tie off to a bedpost or something. Currently, I think they're tied to a pipe on my water heater in my utility room because I don't have anything to tie it to in my apartment. And I'll just stand there for 10 minutes or something and do neck exercises, and it wears you
Really?
out. Yeah, that's huge. I
What's
know.
the jaw though? What's the reason behind the jaw? I can understand like the neck
It
thing
just
since
it
you're not.
strengthens everything in your neck and if
Oh,
you
like
do
the
jaw
muscles.
exercises, yeah, and
Oh, gotcha,
it
gotcha.
just gives you like more neck and jaw control and everything like that to keep your head more stable, I guess, when you're going around. Doug Sturley told me that when he was a kid, every time they got in the truck, his dad made him put a helmet on while they were driving around that had a 5 pound weight strapped to the top of it.
Oh
And
my god.
Doug Sturley's like neck is ripped. He was a go-karter, so it's even bigger than that because you don't have a headrest or something.
Yeah, you
But
don't have full containment. I guess
yeah,
the question I have is, even if you're in a full containment seat, how much does your head move around? Quite a
um,
bit.
yeah, a typical full containment seat, you have a little bit too much play. Honestly, I think I might have banged my head around a little bit too much indoor and the TQ. I don't really like the way that seat is set up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try and pad it so that I can't move my head at all because the more you can move your head around, the more you get rattled when something happens and hits you. And I've taken a couple good
Oh.
shots to the head over the years, and it's not fun. And I don't want any more impacts like that.
No,
So I'm gonna try and
nobody wants
I,
that.
anybody that has a full containment seat, I recommend shimming your padding so that it is, pretty close to your helmet. So when you hit something or something hits you and you're not ready for it and don't have time to push your head into the headrest, you can save yourself a little bit. Just get some
Hmm.
padding add-ons and cut them and glue them up. So protect your noggin.
What kind of seat do you have in your car, Griffin?
I don't. It just has one big side and one short side, so it's kind of containment seat.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It's just the one. Yeah, I guess if you have that would be on the left side, right? The long piece is over left, and the short one,
No,
or is it?
Right. Other way.
Am I
Other
dyslexic?
way.
So if you look left, Griffin, you can see who's on the inside of you. It's just
Yeah,
hard
I'm
knowing
left.
who's on the outside.
Yeah, it's hard knowing on that side.
Oh, okay, so yeah, maybe there's some small things you could do, like Kyle was saying, to maybe strengthen, your neck muscles. Maybe that'll be the difference maker. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, we might have to try that.
Even just small stuff. I think like just stuff maybe people take for granted. I don't know. What is it? I lose my train of thought all the time, and I hate it. I'm like, here, I have a thought, and it's gone. It's gone. Just zoom.
The other thing I do to try and build like stamina up is I have it's almost like a snorkel mouthpiece that I put in. It has a valve on it that you can turn up the resistance, and it makes it like more difficult to breathe. And you go through like repetitions of that, and it strengthens your diaphragm. So it like makes it so you can take deeper breaths and kind of control your breathing more, and it makes you more like mindful of your breathing, kind of along the lines of what Danny was saying. And then I'll wear breathe right strips when I go out for a feature, because that gets more oxygen to your brain and really calms you down and makes you feel
maybe that's what
focused.
I know Kyle Busch pushes those a lot. He was wearing one when he got out of the car.
Yep, and you'll see a lot of Formula One drivers wear them as well. Yeah, just stuff like that is huge for your mentality in the car and keeping calm and focused.
Yes. See, all these little small things that you don't really initially think of, you know what I mean? You're just like, I'm a driver and I put my helmet on and I go race. But there's all these little tiny things that add up to something big. Or am I just crazy?
No, they all add up. And all of it helps. Little things.
Yes, sir. So Griffin, you're racing All-Stars this year. You're going to Hamlin. I don't know who's running Hamlin this year. Nate's moving up to 600s. Is there anyone that you're looking forward to racing at Hamlin?
I think Dylan's moving up. I don't know really anyone else. I don't think is moving up.
I don't know.
I think Zimmer sold his car.
Yeah, he's going sportsman racing up at Albany, Saratoga. He already has them modified. I don't even know. Yeah, I guess he sold his car. I think he was sick and tired of the all the slingshot drama. You know what I mean? So it's like we're just moving on. I don't know I know Lydia just got her car done, at least the wrap, which looks sick, by the way. If you haven't seen it, go check out Lydia Navarro's new wrap for her car. It's pretty wild. I think if she's running Hamlin, that's usually a pretty big threat. I mean, she's pretty quick. She won a few races last year, but I really don't know, because I know Nate Freed's going to be 600 racing. Cole Perez is going to pop in here and there. He's moved up to a 600. So it's like, I think this is your time. This is your time to run well, get some wins, and get yourself a track championship, man. I think you can do. I think you can do it. I think you got it. Who's gonna stop you?
Nobody. I don't know.
Nobody. That's right. Nobody. It's gonna come in there and win all the races. I love it. Is there any drivers that you can think of off the top of your head that you're kind of not worried about running against, but worried about running against? But like, if you show up to, like, say, Action Track or, you know, like a Super Nationals weekend, that you're like, oh crap, I gotta race this guy. You know what I mean?
For Action Track, I think Brett Beaver is gonna be a tough one, and I don't really know any other tracks. I don't know who's gonna be there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, well, I don't know, obviously, because I know Tyler Hoke is usually pretty quick there as well. Who else was battling? Amanda Engstad, I think, ran there last year, and she did pretty well.
Yeah.
Mr. Zimmer actually just messaged me. He said he still has one car, so he could make a guest appearance at any time. So be ready. That's cool to keep the slingshot, though. Just like Kyle keeps the slingshot for like a 100 lapper or the Roval or something. You know, you never know when you could run a slingshot. You can run it forever, right? There's no stopping.
No restriction.
No stopping. Oh man. So Griffin, you've been in the slingshots for a couple of years. What's the goal? Like what are we building up to? Like what's the next? I know it's going to be a couple more steps to get to the ultimate goal or whatever that might be. But what's after a slingshot, and then maybe what's after that?
So we're looking to drive for someone for a 602.
Yes, sir.
And then I don't really know what's after that, but I want to race the All Stars one more year, and then the 602.
So you want to do this year and another year?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, take it nice and slow.
Yeah.
Build up a good resume. I mean, especially if you do really well this year, win a couple races next year, maybe, track champion, world champion. Build up the resume, and then be like, hey, here's what I've done. Let me run your big expensive 602 crate car.
Yeah.
It'll probably make it much easier once you start winning, for sure.
Yeah.
And depends on who you know. I would assume. I don't know
Yeah.
who has a crate car, but we can. I'd love to eventually get to a point where I have a lot of influence and I could just be like, hey, this guy needs a ride. Let's make it happen. Or I could just get my own cars one day. That'd be great. Just rent it out. Just give it to random people. How about that? Here's the YouTube video. Let's random fan race my race car. Or something along those lines. Just pick someone out of the crowd and be like, you want to race? I don't know if that's smart, but it would be very entertaining. Yeah, so I know a lot of people move up to the 600s. What's the kind of draw to the 602 crates that instead of the 600s, because it seems like a lot of people just want to go 600 racing.
It's just a bigger car, the 602, and the 600's a little bit smaller, and I don't like the open wheels.
I mean, you still got open wheels on the crate car. Not the back.
Yeah,
not
just
the back
the front
wheels.
ones. Yeah, not the back ones.
I mean, I love the 602 crates. I mean, I refrain that. I don't like the motor. I like the car itself. The motor, no mas. Not a fan. Big modified person, and just being able to watch the big cars is super cool. And I talked to Tanner Van Doren at the motorsports show, and he said, these things are. He said the crate cars are easier to work on, and they're like, oversized slingshots. He said they're even easier to drive. So making that move after you get a lot of experience is kind of cool, and it would probably be a very easy transition, driving style wise. And then when you get up to the modifieds, then you're probably in for it, just because it's going to be that's a lot more horsepower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, so besides racing, we'll kind of pivot off racing a little bit. Do you have any other sports that you play, or any other hobbies that you enjoy besides racing? I know racing kind of takes up the whole year, for the most part.
Yeah, I do skiing. We just came off a skiing trip, and I like to go down to S&S. That's pretty much it. I don't have time for anything else, really.
No other sports you play?
No sports?
No. I can't play football because that's during racing season.
True. You'd be a good receiver. I think you're super tall for your age, I think, right?
Yeah.
Are you how close are you to 6 foot?
I'm over 6 foot.
Oh my gosh, you're over 6 foot. Were you over 6 foot last year?
No, not
Because I swear
yet.
I was still taller than you. And
Yeah.
now I might not be. How tall are you now?
Like 6'1".
Oh my god. He's going to be taller than me. That actually helps out for interviews, so I'll come over a bunch more. Because all the other kids, I got to make them stand on boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm 6'3", and they're like, yeah, we're not close.
Now he can just put the other kids on his shoulders.
Exactly. You can be my helper.
Yeah.
Dang, I can't believe you're over 6 foot already. I feel like you should be playing some basketball or something, maybe.
Right?
Have you played basketball or anything?
No, I'd rather have football better.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you follow NFL a lot?
Yeah, I do.
All right, who's your team?
The Steelers.
Really?
Yeah.
My whole family is Steelers fans. I can't believe it. For some reason, I'm like I've lived in Pennsylvania my whole life, and I'm just like anti Pennsylvania teams, like for everything. I don't know if that's like an outlier or something. I don't know. Have you been to a Steelers game before?
Yes.
Oh, that's so sick. I've never been to the stadium. I've never been to an NFL game. I've been to a Penn State game. I could say that. How was that experience?
It was pretty fun, but so we went out there.
Mm-hmm.
That was a couple of years ago. So we went out there and then stayed a couple days, and then we watched the game. It was on Monday night, and then we came back home.
That's
the
so
next.
cool. Did you get to eat at Permanente Brothers, like the original one?
No.
No. I don't even know. Do they still have the gondola? Like, Kyle, have you been to Pittsburgh recently?
No, I have not.
I think they had. Last time I was there, they had like a gondola or something. Take you up to the top of a.
I
hill.
think we went on that.
Oh, did you? They still okay? So
Yeah. It's still there.
I vaguely remember. I don't know when I was there, or how I got there. I have terrible memory. I was there one time. That's all I know. I saw the Three Rivers. That's it. Are you a Penn State fan?
Yes. I want to go to a Penn State game. A whiteout one.
Oh, that's probably hard to get tickets for, man.
Yeah.
Is that where you're gonna go to college?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided that yet.
I think you got a couple years to figure it out. But I know
Yeah.
everyone's like probably like, what are you gonna do with your life? Would you ever consider doing like outside of driving a race car, being in the racing scene, like, you know, maybe do manufacturing, like CNC work, or, you know, engine shop stuff, or like, would you want to stay in racing even if you weren't driving?
Yeah, I'd probably still stay in racing. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
No,
No, I like racing.
me too. I wish I liked racing this much before I went to college, because didn't even cross my mind. I was all about sports, and then I got an Xbox, and that's what. And then it was all downhill and Tombstone pizzas from there. Oh my gosh, that's cool, man. I mean, I'm not a big Pittsburgh fan, but hopefully they gotta, you know, make a little push next year to be a little bit better. They weren't awful this year, right? I didn't really follow them.
They weren't.
They like a 5.
They weren't awful, but they were.
They're rebuilding.
They just lost. They just lost their one quarterback. So.
Mhm. I think they're like a 500 team, right? They're just like right in the middle. Didn't make the playoffs, but I think they just got to find the right pieces.
Yeah.
Now I sound like a sports commentator.
And then they lost.
broadcaster.
They lost one of the receivers too.
Juju went to Kansas City.
Yeah, went to Kansas City.
They kind of got rid of him though. They were like, we don't really want you. Maybe they just didn't like the TikToks. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. The thing they just won the Super Bowl, and I think they gave him $1 million bonus for winning the Super Bowl. It was like a secret one. They didn't tell him about it. He had to play so many games and then win the Super Bowl, and he got the bonus. I think they told him on like live TV. Oh man. Oh, Kyle, you got anything?
No, I'm trying to think. Thinking.
Do you have any? Have you ever been in any wrecks, Griffin? I know we touched on the safety thing a little while ago, but I don't remember. I've only watched you race like the last year or so, right? So I haven't seen anything prior. I didn't know if you were in any like big wrecks or anything, because I know some people have gotten, you know, into flips. I don't know, Kyle. Have you ever flipped a car either?
Yeah, a couple.
Griffin, have you flipped your car?
None of them. No, not yet.
So you not even a rollover?
No.
Ooh, I mean that's a good thing. Don't go out there and try to roll it over, obviously. But have you ever been any wrecks? I never see you get caught up in anybody's stuff.
The second race of the season last year, no, the year before when I first started, I won the first race that I got my slingshot. And then the second
Whoa.
race, I got in a bad wreck. Bent the whole
Whoa.
front end.
Whoa, no way. Like so you won the first race you ever ran in the car. You're like, wow, this
Yeah,
is so easy. I can't wait to win next week. And then
yeah.
disaster. Oh my
And then they
Happens.
gosh.
just spun out in front of me, and then I hit them.
I think is that what happened when it was at Hamlin. It was Traver's first win at Hamlin, and I think it was you were leading, weren't you? And
Uh,
something with the lap car, and you like was that you when you dove like you had to do evasive maneuvers to get around the lap car, and Traver ended up getting past you.
yeah,
Was that
that
you?
was last.
Yeah, that was last
Yeah, that
season.
was last year.
That was you.
Yeah, this past year.
Oh man, that
That was
was
me.
crazy. I couldn't
Yeah,
believe that. I was like,
that, that,
you were checked out. You were gone.
that was almost a bad wreck
That
too.
was almost a really bad one. Holy cow! I don't know
Lap cars will
how.
get you.
What?
Said the lap cars will get you.
I don't know if you see
Yeah.
the video. I don't even know if I got it that well, but I couldn't believe that he did not hit that lap car. I mean, it was like cat-like reflexes. It was it was crazy. Unfortunately, it put him behind Traver, who's like the smoothest driver I've ever seen in my life. So that kind of was tough to get back around him. But dang, that was wild. I can't believe you do that. But when you wrecked it the last time, did you make any changes to the safety in the car, or was it kind of just fix the car and business as usual? Because I know some people will start adding padding, or as you race longer, you get accustomed to certain things, or you change where certain things are. Say you get in wrecks or something, you're like always adding and making small adjustments and stuff. Did you make any like safety changes that time, or maybe coming up to this year?
I don't think we did. It didn't hurt bad enough to make any safety adjustments.
You only make adjustments when it hurts pretty bad.
Yeah.
'Cause I know some people they'll. This is years ago. I think it was Selfie or something, but he. I don't know if you. The track was so rough, like he had bruises going up and down like his side and stuff, like just because if it's so bumpy and you're running hard, like you get beat up in those cars. Do you ever have like bruises and stuff and just like super rough tracks?
Yeah, action track gives me a lot of bruises.
Oh my gosh. And it's like, what can you do about it though? Like, you're competing for wins. You know what I mean? You can't really like lift. It, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know. Could you add
just
more?
deal with it.
Can you, can you just deal with it? Can you add more padding to the side of the seat, or does it not even matter?
You could probably, but it still will probably give you bruises.
Just grit your teeth and hammer down, man, for sure. Oh my gosh. So what do you
Yeah,
what do
it'll
you,
probably end up bruising you no matter what. I've tried adding padding, and the padding just bruises you more.
let's put some what is that stuff they use for mattresses? Memory foam. Let's put some memory
Yeah,
foam in
right.
there. Like a full memory foam seat. I wonder if that'd even be comfortable. Most
I mean,
people
it's
don't even
kinda
have
what the
padding
air.
on their seats. Some people just like it's all bare metal, and they're just like, I'm gonna sit on this cushion, this little
Yeah,
round
right.
cushion. Like
That's
my
kind of
uncle.
what the 802 solution stuff is like memory foam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because like when my uncle got his crate car, like it was just like a bare seat, no cover, and he had one of the tire plugs, and he's like, I'm gonna sit on this. And he's strap it in, baby. Let's go. He's like, it works. It helped him sit up a little bit higher in the seat. I was like, all right,
Can't
man.
even imagine, dude. If I got in somebody's race car and that's what they had, I would just go home.
Oh my god, I don't even want to race the car. Oh no.
It hurts just thinking about that.
Yeah, like isn't there like bolts in the seats or something like that bolted onto
Yes.
the frame?
100%. 100%. When you're skinny, it catches you in the spine and they will bruise you. if you don't have
I
proper
never even
padding.
thought about
know,
that.
know from experience. It happens to me in the go-karts too, because the go-kart seats, there's nothing you can
Ah,
really do about them, and those seat bolts will bruise me up
no
pretty good.
way. Does that happen to you, Griffin? Or has it ever happened to you?
Yeah, the spine one hurts a lot.
Yep.
Oh my god, I didn't know that was a thing. Ah. I'm getting goosebumps, boys. Like just someone just jabbing you in the spine. Jesus.
Yeah, you'll come off after a race and you'll just have like 2 purple marks right on your spine, and it'll feel like you have like knots in your muscles.
No
It's not great.
way. Oh my gosh. There's like no way to. There's no solution to that, is there? Like
Find a pad.
find a
that
pad.
works.
Is
Well,
there
the
is
problem
there
with
any
running
is there
pads
any
is-
in my so is there any like suspension solution that would help with that or no?
No. No, just
No.
moving around in the seat, you're just gonna get bruised up from it.
I mean, I've run a couple races, but my back never hurt when I got out. Maybe just because I'm like fat. Maybe because I'm bigger or something. I got a little extra cushion.
Your padding's built in.
I got built-in padding, boys, and I got like a race quip suit. Like
Yeah.
the issue
you
with
got-
race quip suits is I'm
Baggy.
6'3", right? So I'm like, I need this one, this size. I don't know, it was extra large or something. But like it was rated for like 260 pounds, and I was like 220 or 230. So like I put this thing on, and I could like probably wrap the little Velcro strap around once. It was just so wide. I had too much cushion. I had it, I didn't need the extra cushion in the seat because the suit was added cushion.
I used to run a 2-piece race suit because that's what a lot of us ran in quarter midgets.
That's what
And
I
I needed a
want.
1-piece to run in New Jersey, and I bought a cheap one off of somebody I knew for like $25, and it was the heaviest, thickest, baggiest suit. I still have it somewhere. I should put it on and take a picture. Man, it
No.
was like it felt like I had just taken the comforter off my bed and was trying to drive in that. Like, it was a disaster. That thing was so uncomfortable.
No
I'm so
way.
happy to have like a properly fitted suit.
That's so funny. I mean, I kind of want a 2-piece suit now, just because like I feel like I'm just bigger. You know what I mean? And it feels more like early '90s type driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The boys just having their shirts unzipped and stuff. I mean, you got the mustache for it, so 2-piece, you'd be looking good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get one of those suits that's just like black with the white diamond cross stitching
Yes,
on it.
with
Old
the
style.
checkered flag patterns on it and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do that. Just wear a trucker cap and drink a Bud Light every time you see me. I just got a Bud Light glued to my hand,
That's right, man.
or Miller High Life, something.
Griffin, you're too young. You're too young for that. Not yet. Once you're 21, you get your first win. You can crack one. It'll be. I mean, that's gonna be how many years? Oh my gosh, 6 more years. You'll be winning modified races in that time.
Yeah, right.
You'll be way. I mean, hopefully, I'm still doing this. Oh man, so we're winding down here just a little bit. Griffin, anybody that you want to thank, or any of the sponsors on your cars, anyone in the pits, anyone that basically gets you wherever you're going week in and week out. If you want to, run down a list, or just shout out any social media. Basically, the floor is yours at this point. If you want to, kind of say whatever you want to say, it's all you.
So first I would like to thank you for doing all this and having all of us on the show. And then I would like to thank my new big sponsor, Napa Northeast Parts Group.
Whoa.
And then I got another sponsor, Gary Gray Trucking. And then I got another sponsor, ASP powder coating. And that's mostly it. And we have a business and they sponsor. And then what else?
I saw Outback. Is Outback still in your car?
No, Napa is our main
Main one
sponsor.
now?
Yeah.
The Outback. Did they give you like free meals or something?
We bought the car like that, and
Oh,
we never went to them that year, so
Oh dang, that would have been sick. You get like
yeah,
Outback catering every week.
yeah.
That would be sick. Let's Kyle, write that down. We need to contact Outback Steakhouse.
On it.
We gotta get it on the car somehow, or even like a little Italian restaurant or something. Someone that would their sponsoring would be like catering food each week or something, like a small like a
Yeah,
tin of pasta or something.
that'd be good.
Red Robin's done that for some drivers I know.
Yeah, Ryan Smith was part of that Red Robin
And
group for a little
and
bit.
former guest Kyle Tarasca was sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got anything
I don't
for it.
He did. I don't know how he worked out those deals. He had a couple cool deals
Nice.
that he worked out for sponsors on that TQ.
Griffin, are we changing the colors to Napa colors? Your car, or are you sticking
Yeah.
with the red?
No, it's gonna be blue and white, and then yellow side rails.
Nice.
Whatever.
Little Chase Elliott vibes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's gonna look so sick. When are you gonna unveil the car? Is it gonna be on your Facebook group or Facebook page?
Right now we don't have a body, so we're waiting for
Oh,
the
no.
body. Yeah.
Are you trying to get one of the newer ones?
I think so, but we ordered it a little bit late and it hasn't came in yet.
Oh no. Well, hopefully.
We might have to race Bridgeport with the old body.
Oh no. That's okay. That means you can
Yeah.
just crunch it up and it don't matter.
Yeah.
It's the expendable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna look super cool. I know there's something different about the new bodies. They have the down from the roof to the door. They're silver, right? I saw a bunch of people's cars. They have a silver railings that they.
Yeah, you
Right?
would have to ask Kyle more than me. I don't know too much about it.
Kyle, what
You're
do you
talking
know?
about like the A pillars?
Yeah, from the roof to the door.
I saw they changed them. I don't remember. I think they went back to the floppy ones years ago.
They look
One of the
stiff.
original ones was just like a straight rod, I think, and then they had
Hold on.
like ones that arced out, kind of like the modifieds have, except the modifieds have ribs in their A pillars to keep them from bending, and the slingshots did not. And then they finally changed to the straight ones that had bends in them that I actually really liked, and they actually held up really well. I remember seeing that they changed them for the new body, but I don't remember what exactly they did. They might have. I think you're thinking that
No,
they had a car that they posted pictures of that they were just like stainless on. They were just like raw aluminum or something.
yeah, like the whole car's wrapped.
um,
Like I'm looking at Lydia's car, and those parts coming down. Let me send you a picture real quick, cause like I'm just like bugging out, cause I think even Garrett Shalat, his new wrap, he has the same thing. Like, am I losing my marbles here? Cause I feel like that's the new one, the new.
Oh yeah, they just aren't wrapped on her car. They are the new ones. So
Okay.
they changed it to that triangular piece, and they only have a bend on the front of it. They're back to like the old style ones, which I don't like because I don't think they're gonna hold up. I honestly couldn't tell you why they wouldn't wrap that. Like
I saw someone
it's
else
just-
not wrap it either. Is that a thing? I feel like it's a. Am I losing it? I'm losing it, bro.
I'm gonna say just for sake of uniformity and not having to custom build them, they cut all of those without powder coat on them, so everybody's car is going to have those just brushed aluminum looking ones on them.
Yeah, because even Garrett has them, but he put like something. He puts what did he write on there? Oh, he wrote his name, or he has his name in like a vinyl, but it's still silver.
I don't know why you wouldn't just wrap them. Like just
That's what I'm saying.
wrap it.
But what if they're like you can't wrap it? You think they'd ever just like tell you
that would
can't
be
wrap it?
dumb. Like when NASCAR makes you run like the windshield banners, that would be actually kind of cool.
Oh yeah, like force people to do the banner thing.
Yeah, get everybody to run a banner that just says like Tobias Slingshot or something like that. That'd be kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
They used to have contingency sponsors that we had to run, and if you didn't have them on there, you could get thrown out at tour races.
Really? That's actually
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. I mean,
If
it
you
would
look at some
suck
of
to
our
get thrown out. Like,
wow.
see, that one's brushed too.
Yeah, that car
Yeah,
looks
I mean,
sick though. That
doesn't it?
helmet looks sick.
Yeah, the helmet looks freaking
What a
fire.
weird body.
Yeah, because look
I
at even the where the quote
The
unquote
hood
engine.
just looks wrong.
Yeah, the hood has that weird drop off. I know
Why
you
is
can't. I know
that?
you can't see it, Garrett or Griffin, but like if you go to Garrett Shalot's like racing page, it's there. It's. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
gonna. Maybe that's just everyone's buying the new bodies, and that's just how they are.
I'm confused
Yeah.
looking at it because it looks like the roof is bare aluminum on the sides as well, and then it looks like above the roof connecting to the sail panels is bare aluminum as well.
I wonder if like they made the wraps and they were cutting them like they were last year's body or something, or whenever they had the last body style, and then they just didn't have some wrap for it.
No, because it would be because the bodies, like his body we're looking at here, the blue is all wrapped on, and I think the black is the color of the body. Excuse me.
Okay, good. I have the picture up on the
So
screen.
it looks like they're making certain parts that don't have powder coat on them, so they don't have to like they might not make them in house. You know what I mean? They're sending them out to somebody instead of having to make them like on demand. They're just having somebody produce a certain amount of X part in just raw aluminum
Oh,
instead of
Griffin,
having
if
powder
you're-
coat on it.
Griffin, if you're watching the live stream, the picture
Yeah.
of Garrett's car is there, and like that little like brushed aluminum part, that's the same exact piece, and it's the same brushed aluminum that Lydia's car has. And I'm guessing since you're waiting for your body, you might have the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully not. but
Hopefully
we'll
not.
probably have it.
Just
Yeah.
hopefully
Just
you
wrap
can
it.
wrap it. Yeah, just wrap it anyway. Who cares? What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, Griffin, it's been super fun getting to chat with you here for a little bit and just kind of see where you're at, where you're going. Excited for this season. I can't wait to see what you accomplish in the All Stars and to watch you grow as a driver, and hopefully we can get over for some more interviews and stuff and keep working on your PR. Help you build that up, and so you can rattle off these sponsors and maybe get some more. You know what I mean? So that's always the goal, is to help promote you guys so that you can get more sponsors and keep racing and keep doing what you guys love. So really appreciate you taking the time to be on the show with us, though. And I know an hour doesn't seem like a long time, but finding the time is hard sometimes. So I appreciate you coming on and chatting with us for an hour.
Okay.
I appreciate it, man. Any last words or anything that you want to, shout out your parents or any other sponsors or anything?
Yeah, I would like to thank my parents, my family, and everyone down at SNS for helping me, like helping my car, because that's like a speedway and how you say the Rich, what is that? What is it called?
Oh, Speedway Entertainment or something,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Speedway Entertainment.
or whatever it is.
There's
I
only
know what you
two
mean.
people that really can work on the car, so
Yeah. Well, hey, man, I really appreciate you. Go check out Griffin this year at Hamlin. And where else did you say you're running? Kutztown. Definitely go to Kutztown and maybe Snydersville or Linda's, maybe. He'll be at...
maybe Linda's.
Maybe
yeah.
Linda's? Maybe Linda's.
Linda's.
He'll be at the World Championships here in a couple weeks. Spirit Auto Center, which is Bridgeport, just the center of Bridgeport. And you can see Kyle there, too, kicking some butt in the Roval. So appreciate everybody for watching. We'll be back next week at 8 p.m. Not sure if it's going to be live or not yet, so we'll kind of keep you updated this week as far as our post for our next guest. So appreciate everyone for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it, do all the fun things. It's always great to have engagement on these videos. So appreciate Griffin for hanging out with us tonight. Kyle,